Many families' lives were turned upside down when a 1,000-year storm hit the Milwaukee area last August. The 15-plus inches of rain flooded more than 1,800 basements and caused millions of dollars in damage. Over the coming days, WUWM will check in on efforts to better withstand extreme weather. The Milwaukee Metropolitan Sewerage District has a lot to do with those efforts. Executive Director Kevin Schaefer says the district is picking up the pace on green infrastructure projects. Those absorb rainwater and help prevent flooding. Schaefer spoke with WUWM environmental reporter Susan Bentz at Jackson Park, where one such project is taking place.
What we're about to see at Jackson Park on the Knickknick River is we are going to dredge the lagoon that's here, lower it a bit to, number one, get a lot of the contaminated sediments out of there, clean up the lagoon. We're also going to lower this entire park area that is here where the soccer fields are so that more water can flow in here during a storm. It's one of the four basins that we've accelerated. Because of the storm last August, we had to respond to that storm, and it had to be something that I think will make a difference. And so we accelerated 4 different flood management basins, Jackson Park being one of them. And this should help the folks downstream on the Knickknick River see less flooding. We still have more work to do on the Knickknick River, but we accelerated this one to 35th Street Basin. It goes out. The first phase of that construction will start early next year as well. We've got the Wilson Park partnership with Milwaukee County that will start the planning for that basin, and then the Alro Steel Basin, we're doing final engineering on connection of that. Up until now, we've spent about $630 million on flood management. There were some really glimmers of hope with the work that we've done. We have another $900 million of work to do, which is the work that I just talked about, those basins, plus we've got concrete line channels we need to remove, need to naturalize the waterways as much as possible. And that will help on the rivers, but we still have water that's sitting up in the neighborhoods, and it's got to find a way to get to the rivers. And I think green infrastructure will help with that, which is a bioswale or a green roof or porous pavement or a rain barrel or a rain garden, trying to manage that drop of water where it falls to infiltrate it into the ground and keep it out of basements and maybe reduce it flooding downstream from not having to flow downstream.
What does it take to accelerate?
Luckily, we were in a good spot on most of those 4 where we'd already done a lot of the public outreach. Wilson Park is just starting, so that's going to take longer. But a lot of it's financing. You have to look at how you can take a project that was supposed to start 4 years from now and bring it forward and still keep your property tax increases at a decent level. So if you do that and you hold your revenue, if you hold your income steady and you bring the projects forward, you have to push something out. So we've just spent the last 3 months going through our budgets for the year 2027 and the financial plan for that 10 years, looking at how we can rejuggle those projects and prioritize ones that really had to be done quickly and then delay some that didn't have to be done so quickly so that we could bring these projects forward.
So what would you say to people who are worried about future flooding when big storms come?
Well, I'm worried about future flooding when big storms come. I think the first thing anyone who owns a home or a business is just, walk around your property and see where you think that water is going to flow off of that property or not flow off of that property. See if you can do something to try to manage that water that falls on your property there so it doesn't flow downstream. That may be a rain barrel, that may be a rain garden, that may be doing something with a bioswale in your yard. But try to manage that water where it falls. That may not help totally, but that will help a lot. And if there's things in your basement that can be elevated or taken out of your basement, do that. But it's going to be an effort to address this changing climate. It's going to be an effort that's required from the property owner, the municipalities, MMSD, the state, the federal government. We have to work together on these things.
That was MMSD Executive Director Kevin Schaefer speaking with environmental reporter Susan Bentz.